Top 10 tips.
Top 10 tips.
From the top.
10 top tips on how to date your spouse when you have kids. Because it's a bit more awkward.
Yes.
Yep.
So we're going to jump straight in and get to our 10 top tips.
Number 1. Have date nights at home. Top tip. Top tip is have your date nights at home, which sounds a little bit rubbish. However, you can have some really fun date nights.
If you do it properly.
Home. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you take the card up here, it will link you to our video on 10 date nights you can do at home.
Usually for cheap money too.
Cheap money, cheap money. But one of the things that we found about how to have date nights at home is wait until your kids go to bed. Don't do like this sort of like, oh, kids go to bed and then try and... No. Wait till your kids are in bed and then start. And even better is if you've got kids roughly around the same age, make them go to bed at the same time. Everyone wins. They win because they sleep. We win because we have alone time.
Basically.
But yeah, to be honest, we send all our kids to bed at the same time and it works fine.
At the minute.
At the minute. It can't last forever, but we'll take it while we can. So, put your kids to bed all at the same time and have date nights at home.
Take it while you can. Da, 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 da. Anyway, so, number 2. Dress nice in preparation for your date night. So you're actually trying to treat your... Let's call it date time for a second. You're trying to dress nice and do nice things in the run-up to the date time, even if the date time is happening at home.
Yeah.
Okay? So, for example, dress nicely.
Yeah.
Try to
nicely.
try to find a way to not see each other in what you're going to be wearing in the date time before you actually have the date time. Bring her flowers every so often. Some husbands actually have that as a habit.
Yep, and yeah.
I appreciate you for that because
Yeah.
I don't have that
So
habit.
their wives appreciate that.
This is where YouTube comes in so handy. Right, because it holds you up to another standard.
Yes.
Another thing that holds you to another standard.
Always good.
Anyway, so bring flowers home for her. Or, ladies, bring flowers home for him if he's so...
I don't know what you... If I got you flowers, I don't know what you'd do.
I don't like flowers. Anyway, right, so buy flowers. And number 3, if your babysitting time is limited, save up your credits.
Yeah, keep the tokens.
You know, because you've got in your annual marriage cycle, you've got, say, 3 big days. You know,
Yeah, for
your
us
birthday,
anyway.
her birthday, and anniversary. Those are the 3 big ones, I suppose.
Yeah, for us, that's what we tend to do.
Yeah.
We sort of... Yeah.
But even on my birthday, we tend to all go out as a family. Anyway.
His birthday is right next to Christmas, so it's a little bit more awkward because also the people who would be willing to babysit, it's around their Christmas time, so it's super busy. So I'm going to put that one out there.
I'm just hearing excuses. Anyway, it's fine. No, the point is, if your babysitting time is limited, save up the tokens because you need to save up the big ones. And little dates are still dates. They're still things to do. And so you work on little dates in the meantime.
Exactly.
Which brings us to number 4.
4 is a couple of hours is still a date.
True.
Take what you can. Yeah, we sort of found, because we have 4 children, that sort of means that while people love our children, having all 4 of someone else's children can be a bit overwhelming.
Pressure.
It's pressure. And so they're not necessarily willing to take them for a whole evening, and that's fine. But they're happy for a couple of hours or 2, and we will take it.
Look at number 3 of your tokens, obviously.
And so, like, it can be little things. I mean, like, just before all this pandemic started, we managed to we were offered by his sister to, like, have the kids for, like, a couple of hours. And we took it and we went to a restaurant, which was the last time. It was, like, an entire year ago, a whole year ago now. We went to a restaurant and we just had a nice alone time. And so if you can even just get 1 or 2 hours of someone watching your children, take it. Don't run errands, okay?
Yeah,
for
real.
Don't do, like, the boring stuff in those 2 hours. Take it, go on a date.
Agreed. Number 5, schedule time.
Exactly.
you should look at our other video about how to date your spouse, which will be linked above there. There is a value in subscribing, you know.
There is a value. There is a value.
But schedule time. Schedule time. Schedule time. If it doesn't get scheduled and you don't schedule time, then it will not happen and then you don't have your date.
Number six is
The fact that you had to check. Oh my days.
Number 6 is, I would say, is make sure that you alternate responsibility for it. For example, it's just a fact of life that in most married couples with children, it is the woman who's taking the brunt of the childcare responsibilities. And so take responsibility, alternate the responsibility for your date nights. Don't just leave it on her to plan it and to come up with the ideas and everything. Alternate responsibility, because that is how you date with kids. You have to bear in mind that kids, they're around and the responsibilities happen.
You don't date with kids. That makes it sound like you're dating a kid. Mostly that means chaps get involved and help the lady. Let's be honest with ourselves. Are you ready for number 7? Are you ready?
Number 7.
Number 7. It's like a drum roll but with your hands. Number 7. Number 7. Number 7. 7.
Number 7.
Number 7 is, especially if all of your kids are going to school, this is a great idea. Take a half day off work, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is a free one, especially if all of your kids are going to school. You know?
Yeah, or nursery or whatever.
For real, because things are cheaper. It's unusual. You can go for a walk.
In the daytime.
In the daytime.
Dun, dun, dun.
Take sunscreen.
It's like a lobster. It's amazing.
But take half days off work.
Yeah.
And you can do that kind of secretly and stuff, and it makes it a bit more fun.
Yeah, and I think the good thing about taking like a half day is that you're not using up all of the day, so it sort of can make it a bit awkward with like your employer or like family holidays throughout the year or whatever. And so if you just take like a half day every now and again, both of you at the same time, then you get that alone time. But again, if you're gonna do it, don't just do it for running errands, do it for a date as well. Number 8, when you're doing your monthly budgeting, put money aside for date nights. Even if your date night is just the things you're going to be doing at home. It is not frivolous to spend money on your marriage. And you may be like, oh, well, I have to do this for the kids and I have to do this for the kids. Look, if you're monthly budgeting, like, it is not frivolous. And it's actually for the children as well, because if your marriage is solid and it is healthy, it's going to benefit your children. True. It is going to give them a firm foundation. It's going to give them a secure place and a home. It's going to help them understand what a relationship should look like. And we'll do another video all about that business. But in your monthly budgeting, make a date night a thing that you budget for. It is not a frivolous thing to do.
And I just thought of one. This is a free one.
Oh, it's 8
it's
plus
connected
5.
to yours.
8 plus 5.
8.5.
8.5.
8
That's
plus
what.
5 is 13. My day.
I can do math.
Homeschooling, baby.
What?
Now, anyway, junk modelling is free. And you will have junk if you've got kids. There's for sure junk. So, save up them toilet rolls and kitchen rolls and all them things.
That's not where I thought you were going to go.
Well, it's free. You probably do have sellotape because you've got kids.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so 8.5 is you can always do junk modelling.
I'm here to help. Hold on a minute. Take it back one time. Clap for the 9. Let's not do that. Number 9. Everybody remember what everyone else is doing all the time.
Yes.
No, seriously. Try and remember what the other person is doing, because if you come home and you think, I'm going to have a cool little date with my other half, and I've sort of got this small plan at lunchtime, I think, I'll do something exciting and frivolous and different. And then you get home and the washing machine engineer is there. That's just rubbish. And your date is finished before it even started. So try and just remember what's going on.
Yep. And number 10 is have micro dates. What do we mean by micro dates?
Honestly? Okay. On Saturday mornings, when I try to let this one sleep for a bit longer, because she gets tired through the week and all that kind of stuff, and try to help, etc. But then when she wakes up, then I make the coffee, and hopefully it's a nice one.
He makes very nice coffee.
And I've been practicing. And you know, you make coffee, and then even if the kids are going crazy around you and stuff, but usually we sit down next to each other and specifically try to have a little bit of time where it's, even though there's all the noise and things happening,
So much noise.
we try to put them out of the room and just be next to each other and have a little time. It's actually a micro time. It's not even really a date.
Relish the times when it's just the two of you.
Yeah. Because it's those little things as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and those are part of the things that help build and keep and make you have a healthy marriage.
Because we're aiming, at the end of the day, all of this stuff, all of it is about keeping and maintaining connection with each other. Mm-hmm. If you are connected to one another, your marriage will be stronger. If your marriage is stronger, the kids will see a healthy, loving relationship that they know is the truth, which means that they will have a stable household and a good concept in their mind, which means that when they eventually have their own, hopefully their own relationships, that they will also be stable in them.
Exactly.
So this is future thinking. It's not just...
It is. I think sometimes we can think like date nights with your spouse is like sort of almost frivolous if you've got children, but actually if you're showing your children that you're putting effort into your relationship and actually your marriage is important, you're also telling them actually when you get married that is an important thing to do, and you should have that time together as a couple as well. So if these points have been helpful for you, please let us know in the comments, or if you have some other ways that you have found practical and helpful of how to date your spouse when you have kids, do let us know, because we would love to have some more ideas on helping our marriage as well. So we hope to see you again on our next video, guys, and have a good one. See you later.
Bye.